is enough.
What's going on, goons and goblins? Welcome.
You know what a goon is, right?
A goon?
Somebody who's addicted to porn.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you ain't a goon if you're watching us then, because we're fully clothed for now. It keeps them watching, baby. It keeps them watching.
Don't tease me like that. Why the fuck can't I put this lever down?
So today we're doing a review for Squid Game, a Netflix series that we finished in like 2 days, which is super rare for us, or for her, yeah, because she usually nothing can hold her attention for that long. I mean, we both have been sick, if you can't tell by how we sound a little bit, and we were kind of just bedridden, and it gave us something to watch. But I think everybody knows. I'm pretty sure this is pretty popular right now with I don't know, on TikTok and everywhere. Everybody knows this is a great show. But since it was something we were both able to finish so quickly, I figured we'd talk about it a little bit.
Even though I asked him, are we going to review it? No, I just want to enjoy a show for once. Like, you're some big-time YouTuber. Can y'all just fucking humble him in the comments? Like, just tell him
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just saying, I get tired. I don't like taking notes like I do whenever I watch stuff. And so I didn't take notes for this. So if I get off track, that's why I didn't take any notes.
She wants to be in that. God.
So yeah, interesting concept. It's Korean. It's all Korean. But they have the dubbed over English. And let's see. So it's initially, I guess it kind of reminds me of the Jigsaw, the Saw movies, right?
Because they're playing games.
Because they're playing games, and then the ending. That's probably my biggest gripe with this. And this does contain spoilers, by the way. The ending, how it had the old man. He had like a brain tumor, and he was also the creator of the games. I'm like, that has to be either just self-aware and like paying homage or whatever to the Saw movies, or they just straight up ripped it off, or it was just a coincidence. I don't know, but either way, your mind can't help but go there. You're like, what the fuck? That's Korean John Kramer right there. So that's my only thing. And then plus the old man was such a great character. It sucks to see all of that be tainted at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just all the good. He was easily probably the best part of the show, and yeah, like I said, it was just tainted. But the main character, I really liked him a lot. At first, the show, it's almost like a contrast slider. Like, you know, it starts off light and ends up really dark. At least, like I said, for the main guy. So it starts off with him really likable, fun, kind of silly, just guy. I can't remember the names. I'm usually bad with names, but these names are they're Korean names, right? So they're even harder for me to remember, or I don't know, differentiate which one is which.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main guy, you really get to see him change from this happy-go-lucky, kind of silly, fun, likable character to the end, to where he's darker. Those little fun moments aren't really there anymore, and even with his appearance, I mean, he completely changes his
fucking red hair. God.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the red hair change. So likable character to get behind, and I like how they kind of have those make for the best stories wherever you have your, you know, an old friend, but now you're pitted against each other. You know, Rick and Shane. If you might have seen Justified, you get Boyd and Raylan. Same thing, and him and his old childhood friend are kind of ended up pitted against each other at the end. And it's also the show is kind of a big...
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I know I'm sick because my lips are fucking red. Every time I get sick, I look like I'm wearing goddamn lipstick. I'm not wearing any makeup. I just got out of the shower.
You got dry skin on your nose too.
Well, that's because my nose has been running like a goddamn faucet. Anyway.
But it has a good overall message too. Like, this guy was really, really rich, really smart, and he still found himself in debt just based off his decisions. And then obviously the dad wasn't any of those things really. The main guy, but they're both in dialogue like that at one point. So I like that. All the characters, for the most part, were, I'm not gonna say likable, but you're at least interested in them. One character, probably the most annoying character to me, I just saw something on TikTok talking about her. She's the girl who like fucks the bully in the bathroom. I mean, some of this, you can't assume it is because the dialogue, if you're watching it in English, isn't translating
I did see something like that on TikTok.
Yeah, so they say repetitive things a lot, and you got to assume that's because just the word that they have for translating to English just isn't right. Like they go like, or you idiot or stuff like that a lot, and it's like I doubt that they're saying like idiot or psychopath or some words, but it's just the way it is. But anyway, her character was very annoying, but even so, I like the way her character ends up with the guy, and I like the endings to all the characters, the main character stories. The only main character I think that I wasn't really interested in, maybe you two, was the girl who got the stab.
She didn't really have much of a plot.
I don't know why she was a main character.
She was like a dark, mysterious, she didn't really say anything until she was with that other girl, and she started talking about her brother and her family and stuff. But
yeah,
we didn't really hear from her, or a lot of people like her because she's like a lesbian, the lesbian girls love her. I don't know. Apparently, that's all I see on TikTok is where they're in love with her. But
I'm trying to think of somebody else I would have rather. I thought the girl that she ended up trading her life for, the girl that she killed in the marble game that they were playing, I thought she was a little bit more interesting than her. To keep her around, I don't know. She was just kind of dull to me, but I guess that was the point. But yeah, so they have some funny aspects to this show as well. That's something are kind of silly, at least at first. But then I also like it how it has like a splash of cold water to you whenever you start to see the violence and the blood and all of that. The effects are just really brutal. And I just want to think about it. Two more good Korean movies, or they're just movies, but things that kind of blew up, I guess, a while ago. But it makes me think of Train to Busan, really good zombie movie. The first one, not the second one, Korean. And then there's actually this is a show. It's called Kingdom on Netflix. It's a zombie show. It's really good, and it's Korean.
If you can't tell, he loves zombie shit.
Yeah, and then Kingdom, the guy who did the game that you throw down on the papers that flip over, the recruiter, he was actually in Kingdom as well. So I was hoping to see more of him in this, but we didn't. But so yeah, probably my favorite. I think. All of the traps are really interesting, or the games are interesting because you get to think and you get to watch and be like, oh, how would I go about this? How would I be able to go through it?
And trying to see them reason before the game, before they tell them, oh, you need to get in pairs, and they're like, okay, well, you and I get in pair, or get in teams. They're like, okay, let's do men only, for the tug of war game and stuff. Yeah. They're trying to think, what game could we possibly be playing, and how do we go about it before they even know the game. Of course, there was, some people who did know the games before, but.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something maybe another complaint that I had. I wish some of it seems like they might be building on for a season 2. I don't know if I really want a season 2 because I really don't think it could be the same quality as this season. I really don't. But the inner workings of the game and the brother, relationship, it kind of
the cop and
the brother.
Frontman.
Yeah, it seemed like there could have been more there, but maybe they're building up, like I said, for season 2. But it's like she said, the odds of this guy going back into the games, unless they do the same games and he already knows what they're going to be, but I wouldn't think that they would let you go back into the games and do them again, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think with how popular it is, maybe they'll do a season 2, because some stuff, maybe still left to be desired there. But I don't think it could be as good. But yeah, it was fun watching the games and figuring out, how would I make it out of there if I would. Lots of anticipation. And I do like how the way that the main guy makes it out of a lot of the situations do make sense. It's not like, he just got lucky because he's the main guy. Some of it was just stuff that, was believable, like when he's going against the old man.
Yeah, I love the scene too, where that was really good.
Yeah, they have to reason it out, and there's real reason they survive. But this is something I was going to say, though. So with the old man, whenever he dies, what if that guy had to just stuck around and just oh, I'm not going to leave you, up until you're gone? And then they counted on him walking away and not watching him get shot. So
they probably would have escorted him out into the other room.
Yeah, I guess so. So,
but yeah, I thought that was fishy when it happened because we obviously saw everybody get shot, And every other game, like the cookie game, the red light, green light, we saw them physically get shot. We've seen their dead body, but he was the only one. And even the other guy, I think the Indian dude, we didn't see him get shot, did we?
I don't think we saw him get shot, no.
But I was just so confused, like, why we didn't see him die.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it made sense in the end. But this movie, show, whatever, it reminded me of another movie that we watched, Would You Rather?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that one where she goes in, Brittany Snow, she goes in and she's trying to win all this money, and it's, obviously like a death game, basically. And she doesn't really want it for herself necessarily, but she wants it for somebody else. They're playing for somebody else. He's playing for his daughter, and his mom needs surgery for her feet or whatever, for her diabetes. But Brittany Snow is also playing for her brother who has cancer, just for it to be for nothing, because when they get back, daughter's already gone, mom's dead. But when Brittany Snow comes back, brother committed suicide.
Oh, yeah.
So it just reminded me of that.
I was the same in that, yeah. Yeah, you're talking about that Indian guy. I really liked his character a lot. Like I said, how he kept calling him sir, Stop calling me sir. Call him sir right up until the end.
I think it hurt the most because he had so much respect for him, like he was worshiping him because he bought his blood stick and stuff, and then he didn't. He was literally like, he could have won and walked away, but he was like, I don't want to, I don't leave you just for him to get fucked over.
Yeah.
That was really. I mean, I get it. There is not really a winning situation there, but fuck.
Yeah, really sad. So yeah, overall, really good show, I think. Just a few little things at the end I felt like kind of started to, like the reveals. I felt like they didn't have to tell us, that it didn't have to be the old man. I think, and I would have been just fine. And I think that was them trying to make it like even a bigger punch, like wow. But at the end, it kind of just left a sour taste. Where it was like, oh, well, I don't like that. For me at least. And then what else was I going to say? I can't remember. See, this is why it's better whenever I plan to review it, and then yeah, I take notes so there's nothing that I forget. Oh, I like how they do the inner workings of how they generate revenue. I guess is by selling the dead people's organs, because you can make a lot of money doing that. That way, whenever you're thinking like, well, like how are they getting this money? I mean, I guess the people are paying to watch it too, but also they're generating revenue by doing it with the selling of the organs. So I would have liked the scene with the guy and his daughter at the end. Like I said, it just got very dark. I think I would have liked a happy ending for this guy. The main guy. I would have liked that. But I guess that's not the overall message of it. Of you can have all this money, but what you got to do to get the money. You got to be happy with your job or whatever it is, because you can still not be happy at the end of the day. I think is the message there that they were trying to present. So, like I said. But still, I would have preferred it. He gets his daughter, and maybe he's happy. Or I would have liked the ending. Now, this is something else I want to say. So the guy, Sang Woo, I want to say. I think I actually am confident enough that I remember his name. Yeah, the bad guy. Yeah, the smart guy that he goes up against at the end, his old friend. I was a little bit bothered that he couldn't get up at the end, that he just gave up, because he really seemed like he would have the fighting spirit up until the end. And I was really watching. I was nice choreography, whatever, fighting between them. I don't know if it was stunt doubles because it was raining and it was dark. But I was kind of bothered that he wasn't able to get up, because I don't feel like he was severely enough injured where he couldn't have gotten up, Mm-hmm. He did get bit in the ankle, but he was just bit, right? I don't think it messed up his tendon or anything like that. So I was just like, why can't he get up? Even because the other guy got, stabbed to the hand, which was awesome.
Got stabbed in the leg too.
Yeah, I wanted him to go use the knife, although I've seen this, I'm pretty sure in Walking Dead or something else before, where they take a knife to the hand and then they stab him and somebody else, and use it that way. But that would have been, I guess. But so yeah, I was annoyed how he couldn't get up, but I think a good ending, another way to give it a happy ending, would be to stay true to his character. He was a nice character up until the end, and he didn't take the money and just gave all the money to everybody else, all the victims that had passed on their families, and then have some way, I don't know what you can do, write in some way where he doesn't have to pay off his debt because of this and this, and he's still broke at the end, but he's not in debt, and or maybe he comes back and his mom's just dead anyway, and then he didn't need the money anyway because she was dead. I don't know. I wanted a little bit happier of an ending where it felt like they were trying to set up more, or just make it very, very dark. So yeah, that was
yeah, or make it really dark where he was grateful to have the money to be with his daughter, and then he ends up being like a supporter of the game because he got the chance to, be with his daughter or whatever, or some crazy shit. It was just too, kind of dry, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder if they like were like, oh wow, this is really good. I don't want to end. Maybe we'll keep doing stuff, instead of telling a concise story because it is a show, and it would be kind of strange for them just to do one season of a show. Most of the time they'll do at least two. Otherwise, why not just make it a movie, right? So, anyway, overall though, super enjoyable watch. We was pretty hooked to it. Like I said, watched it in like a day and a half or something. So yeah.
Yeah, we could have done it in a day, but.
Yeah, definitely watch it. I know some people are like, a lot of people have, I can't watch stuff with the dubbed over English or the subtitles and all that. Just do it. It'll work. It's fine. It'll be fine. Super worth it. And then keep an eye out for those other 2 Korean things I said too: Train to Busan and Kingdom.
There's another one
2
on
seasons
there.
of that. You won't regret it.
There's another one on there that people are saying is really good. It's like something in Wonderland, or it's literally it's in the top. It's trending right now too because of.
Koreans just make really good films. Unfortunately, they also make really good nukes.
Fuck?
Alright, that's North Korea. I think this was South Korea, right? It had to be. Anyway, thanks for watching.